another person might be watching this video and be like, well, I know myself, I'm strong. But it's like, how much will you test yourself? You know what I mean? You can only test your flesh so much until you give in. And for me, I just feel like it's really, really better just to prevent than to fall. I don't know if that makes sense. Hello, back to Babu Dimu. I am back with another video, and before we even get into this fantastic video, I'm gonna need you to click on that subscribe button, honey, so that I can be a part of your journey, you can be a part of my journey, and we can be on this journey of no sex, nada the sexios, okay, together. Now, I'm sure you guys remember when I did the video of why I don't have sex or masturbate or watch porn. And I remember I emphasized in that video that it's so important to have your why. Now, having your why doesn't necessarily mean that you know the next steps to take, and that's why I'm here. Being the god sister that I am, I'm so calling myself the god sister because I'm not a godmother, because I'm too young to be a godmother. I've basically like come up with 5 practical ways to avoid having sex. Number 1, leave that thing of Netflix and chill. Netflix and chill is for the kids that haven't made the decision to not have sex, and not for you. Give mood. Understand that? We're setting the mood. Okay, understand that? TV kiele or laptop kiele. Ne? Obviously, like how she it's a movie, you know, the lights have to be off for like ambiance, for like vibes, you know. Okay, shabu hey, a young throw on the bed or the couch or whatever. You have to be comfortable when you're watching the movie. Lie on a young chest. Much or how you lie on a chest and this chest is hot, understand that? And this person is hot, you know. There's that moment, right? There's that moment. You know. When the faces are here, stop making out. Nobody's around. Why would I stop? You know, like you making out. 1, 2, 3. I want that pain in my vagina. You know what I mean? Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. Number 2. Now I don't know about y'all personally, but I used to have a specific guy. I was like, what's like me? If back, like if I want to have sex right now, this is the guy that I'm gonna call. Okay, this is the guy that I'm gonna call. And I just want to say that you see that guy or that girl that you're thinking about, go delete that number. You will have those days. Temptation will move you over. Cyberwhelmment, it will rain. Number 1, and you know tweet when it rains. Sabawil rounds. The entire day you're reading Sabawil rounds. The entire day. Statuses, Twitter, Instagram. Okay? The entire day you're seeing that location thing is Fubeni. Okay? 11 o'clock, yeah, sharp. After this whole day. Ne? You start feeling hot there by your vagina. You start feeling hot there by your peen. You need a solution. You want to be solved. You want to be solved like your equation. What you gonna do? You tell me you're not gonna call that number. You're gonna call that number. Next thing you know, you're within rounds now. In between bounds. Spreading cheeks. Because you didn't delete that number. So delete that number. Number 3. Madi sleep over. Don't do that. Sleep over for ink. Like, how do you evaluate into it? How do you evaluate? Or sleeper over for ink. Maybe the first night, it's fine. It's whatever. Third night ovulation in that. That's when, according to theory, that's when our sex drive peaks. As women, I don't know about men when there's peaks. Okay, ovulation. You're looking hella beautiful. Your skin's glowing because you're ovulating. You look amazing to the guy. When I say drive easy, it's hot. It's pulsing. Sleeping over. There's a peen right next to you. You think that peen won't enter the vagina? What's gonna stop the peen from entering the vagina? Are you gonna pray the whole time that you're there? Sleeping over. You're gonna be reading your Bible the whole time. Number 4, is have dates in like public places. You know what I mean? And then the final one is friends that can, you need to have friends that can keep you accountable. If all the time you're surrounding yourselves with friends that are always coming back to you and telling you how fun rounds were, if all the time you have friends who coming to you, and when you say yo samba they're like, oh mufonele, even though they know that that guy's your weakness. You know, the minute you see that guy, he's been going to end up in your vagina, and that's own facts, because that's what always happens. That's the pattern. If you have friends that don't encourage the decision that you've made, it's going to be a lot harder for you to stick to your decision, because at the end of the day, like friends have a big role in your life. Bad company corrupts good morals. It's so important to surround yourself with the right people, and people who can keep you accountable, people who will call you out on your BS. Like, why did you call that dent when you know for a fact that the minute you're gonna go see him, it's late, you know? Those are the type of friends that you need to have around you. I really hope that you apply these tips. And another person might be watching this video and be like, well, I know myself, I'm strong. But it's like, how much will you test yourself? You know what I mean? You can only test your flesh so much until you give in. And for me, I just feel like it's really, really better just to prevent than to fall. I don't know if I'm making sense. So it's like, you never know what one day of Netflix and chilling will end up with you breaking that promise that you made to yourself, or that decision that you made to not have sex. You understand what I'm saying? You never know having which number in your phone will end up with you not keeping that promise. So it's so important to just set certain boundaries for yourself, so that you can set yourself up for success on this celibacy or abstinence or whatever you choose journey. But basically, no sex journey, okay? It's not easy, but it can be done, and we can do it. So that's today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.